the left as well, we have Silver Dragons on the left-hand side. That's a boundary marker between the city of Westminster and the City of London. So we've entered the City of London now, the 1 square mile, one of the smallest and wealthiest cities in the entire world we have just entered. If you follow the right-hand side, on the right, we actually have one of London's best kept secrets. You can see a golden sandy beach. Your typical Londoner's day out, that is. You often see children, like they are now, paddling in the polluted River Thames, sunbathing, building sandcastles, enjoying their weekend. Your Londoner's day out. The red brick building on the right, with the Oxo Tower, an old warehouse called Stamford Wharf. They used to make the Oxo gravy inside. Where the glass canopy is, at the top of the building, we have a nice restaurant up there called the Harvey Nichols Oxo Tower Restaurant, said to be in the top 10. Amazing views from the top as well. Follow the buildings on the left. We have a building with a green sloping roof. The old City of London School for Boys, a prestigious school years ago. It's now offices for a bank, an American bank called JP Morgan. If you look up to your right hand side now, we have a skyscraper, one of London's newest skyscrapers, the one with the curve. The building is called 1 Blackfriars. Inside we have apartments, a residential building. The penthouse apartment on the top floor, £27 million. The higher up you go, the more expensive the apartments get. But the reason is, you pay for the views overlooking London. So, amazing views from the top. That's what you pay for. As we pass beneath the bridges here, either side the bridge, we have red columns in the centre. These red columns are the remains of the old railway bridge. It carried steam trains into London from Chatham and Dover in Kent. They carefully removed the top of the old railway bridge that carried steam trains, as it became unsafe for modern trains. A white church spire. The church is called St. Mary's Church of Robin Hood. And buried inside the church, we have a famous man called Captain Christopher Jones. And on the right you can see an American flag and a British flag, the Mayflower pub. The Mayflower was the name of the ship, captained by Christopher Jones, that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to the New World, what we now call today America. Inside the Mayflower we have a list of all the crew members that worked on board. On the left hand side we have a few more warehouses. Written on the top is the names of the warehouses: New Trade Wharf, Metropolitan. So your offensive cargo, mainly tea. Tea clippers, like the Cutty Sark, would travel from places like China delivering tea. They would race, so the fastest tea clipper to return to London would receive the best price for their tea. And when we get down to Greenwich, I'll point out the Cutty Sark to you. It's a museum today, so I'll point it out to you. And follow the buildings on the left, stay to the left. We have a white building called the Prospect of Whitby. They claim that's the oldest riverside pub, built in 1520. That pub had a bad reputation years ago for criminals drinking inside, so they got given the nickname as the Devil's Punch Bowl. Murderers pirates, just to name a few, used to drink inside. If you visit there today, we still have criminals inside. Not much has changed. We have lawyers, bankers, estate agents, politicians. You'll find them in the Prospect of Windsor. The area of London on the left is the East End, of London. We have Whitechapel in the East End. You may have heard of Whitechapel. That's where the Jack the Ripper murders took place, in the East End of London. On the left-hand side, we have a building called Free Trade Wharf, the red brick building that looks like a Lego set. A Lego set assembled by a bunch of children. The architect of the building, a smart man, designed so every apartment inside gets a riverside balcony and a riverside view as well, which is maximum profits for all apartments inside.